Yeah. Alright, guys. Welcome to yet another episode of I Cast Your Freaking Awesome Replays, aka Icyfar. And we are, of course, casting the 1-2 punch challenge, where you've got to punch them once and then punch them a second time. Up here in the top left, in the red, representing Euro-G, it's Ludwig. Survive! Down here in the bottom right-hand side, in the blue, it's Kaleidos. I love that there's this red spinny fan underneath the command center. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna build this command center on top of this glass panel that looks down into the glowing red fucking Amon world of darkness. Just so, guys, it's fine. There's nothing creepy underneath this command center. And it's like, they're like, I'm pretty sure I can see demon magic seeping out from under the fucking command center. And he's like, no, it's fine. It's all covered up, man. It's okay. It's all good. You see, they keep covering it up. But yeah, that's clearly demon magic. Like, what do you think this fucking weird pylon with red floating blocks around it is? I mean, the Terran is superstitious, man. They see that shit, they freak out. So the Terran commanders, they're like, cover it up. The SCVs will be fine. They won't even know any better. Speaking of not knowing any better, I did hear from my friend that Terran's OP because they have a tier 1 unit that's the best unit in the game, and it beats carriers, which are a tier 3 unit. Kaleidos, taking that, of course, to heart, has decided, I'm going to build Marines. He's going to start to all the natural, so 3 barracks Marine from home. Unfortunately for Kaleidos, Ludwig here is a player who said, hey, Billy Bob, your job is to go scout. And he's like, okay, I'll go scout. He's like, I'm going to run past. Fuck, there's a Marine. Oh, shit, there's another Marine. There's 3 barracks. There's no fucking gas in this space. Okay. My opponent may indeed have grown up wanting to be a cheese farmer. He may be there. He's like, I'm just gonna rally 1,000 Marines and try to kill you. Ludwig's like, okay, let's not die to that. Let's start fucking pumping out some Marines and putting a bunker down, shall we? Unfortunately, Ludwig doing the classic, I see something cheesy coming my way, and therefore I panic, and has forgotten to build the second depot. This is what I'd say 95% of Terran players on the ladder do. When they scout, they see something aggressive and they go, they build like 3 bunkers, and then they can't build any more units until their supply. Yeah, there we go, the depots go down. So he's figured it out. I do the exact same thing. Every time I realize a Protoss is proxying me, I'm like, sweet, and now we'll start my next Marines and a Cyclone. And it's like, you're supply blocked. And I'm like, like, why do I even bother scouting? If I can't process both scouting and building defense at the same time. My brain is too small. Anyways, so that's going to swap, and there's a Ghost Academy on the way. So I do have a little bit of a confused boner right now at this. I feel like this is going a direction I'll enjoy. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen, but I feel like if there's a Ghost Academy on one base, like I'm excited. On the other side, wait, what the fuck? Cloak's already starting? Wait, Cloak, Ghost Cloak, great. Meanwhile, down here, Kaleidos is like, it was a trick. Now I've just expanded, and I'm going double engineering bay. Get wrecked. Is actually just doing a macro build, not even a cheese. He's like, I don't even use the barracks. They're fakes. They're there to intimidate you. So he's done the intimidating ones. He's also got 2 random Marines who, I mean, I feel like they faked their orders. They're like, no, our orders were to check that Florencio didn't expand to the corner of this map. It's like, you're not playing against Florencio. They're like, well, we did kind of just want a reason to go off to the corner of the map and, you know, what's that? The crotch of your power armor is malfunctioning? You need me to reach in there and fix the circuitry for you? No worries, buddy. I'll help you out. And one's like, thank you. I need, yes. So these 2 clearly have just gone and impregnated each other. Yes, guys, it's like that. It's like that Junior movie. In the Caprulu sector in the 28th century or whenever the fuck this is supposed to be, you can get another dude pregnant. It's kind of great. Finally, equality has been achieved. And these 2 are gonna, no doubt, give birth to some new SCVs. Unfortunately, that is, you know, the slave caste system in the Caprulu sector. If you're part of the Marine or Drilly Boy class, you can only give children that will basically forever be indentured servants within that class. So it's not like the greatest life. I mean, yes, they're like, cool, we have future stuff. We've got battle cruisers, but instead, we'll send you into battle without a combat shield. And the Marines are like, oh, well, at least we can have kids. And they're like, yeah, but its job will be to mine these little blue crystals for its entire fucking life. until it has mineral lung. It's like the black lung, but with blue little crystals floating around your fucking lungs, spiking you out. It's a lot like asbestos, for those who don't know. Minerals are actually really toxic. And once they're in your lungs, you can't really get them out. Anyways, Ludwig is making a fucking nuke right now. I'm very excited to see what the hell happens with that. There's a ghost walking across the map, a Liberator, a Hellion. Oh my. Are we about to see some 1-2 punch? I think we are. I think that Liberator's gonna distract. The Hellion's gonna dive in somewhere, and there's Ghost at the same time. Is he trying to sneak in the base? Little, okay, he's just like, go, run. I think that's, no, she's pulling back, no, she's starting to fight. Okay, so, yeah, go, she's run, get in there. The Hellion's distracting here. They're gonna roast and toast a lot of these Marines, but the Marines spread out. Kaleidos gonna take down those Hellions. Meanwhile, the Ghost is in the main base, and a nuke gets called down right in the middle of the main mineral line. Hot diddly damn. I think that's the girl Ghost skin, the one that looks a bit like one of the sand people from Star Wars. I can't tell when invisible. We're gonna check it out once the cloak comes off, but you're fucking kidding me. Did you not hear the alert, Kaleidos? Oh my god, was so distracted by the pressure of that Hellion fight. And look at this. Oh my god, she's even gonna pick off Marines. Oh my god. Oh no, scared, run. Oh, she ran the wrong way. I think if she ran right, she might have got out of there. Does end up going down, but not before nuking a mineral line. This Lib's still hanging out, ready for the next wave of that. And what do we got? Tanks and Marines on the way. Kaleidos has a third command center. He's still like even on SCVs, and they have 1-1 in stim. So I would say Kaleidos still has the far superior setup here. If you just like build SCVs and Marines, I don't think you can lose unless you take a terrible fight. Now, with 2 siege tanks, there's always the chance to take a terrible fight, right? Especially with more libs queuing up for more harassment. This lib's still forgotten about. He's just kind of fucking staring off into the mist. It's like, is this the Dark Souls map or something? There's just like foggy fucking shit over here and weird depressing snow. Anyways, 2 starports are on the way for Kaleidos. So I think Kaleidos, unfortunately, doing that thing where you commit everything to going mass upgraded Marine, and then you start spending your APM going for random multiple starport tech rather than having enough Marines to just overwhelm your opponent. Okay, so that command center is in trouble. I think Kaleidos just has to pull back and back away. Just has to pull back and back away. No. Stims like 10 Marines in on their own without grouping up. Oh no. I mean, at least the command center's fine because the anti-air got killed. Very common though, that move. Oh, the Liberator in the back door. Oh my god, the tanks distract at the front and this Liberator just waiting. The reaction speed from Kaleidos out of this world. Ludwig's Liberator gets 12 kills there, most of which are SCVs. Another Liberator queuing up towards the main. I mean, you gotta leave, right? Yes, okay. Ludwig's not an absolute fucking madman, right? Okay. Finally does have a command center on the way here. More Marines, more tanks, and more Liberators. And this Liberator just waiting for its moment. Now, Kaleidos here has Marines, is going double... Wait, a reactor and a tech lab starport? What the hell? Still has 1-1 Marines guns, which are like so much more powerful than any of these 0-0, no shields, no stim. Like, Ludwig's army is so much worse in terms of upgrades. But if he's allowed to just walk across the map, siege up behind like a slow field, and Kaleidos headbutts, it's going to be a nightmare. The whole secret to mass... Whoa, what did I just press? The whole secret to mass Marine is to see your opponent's army coming and to jump on it before it sieges up. But Kaleidos is kind of just sitting in this corner of the map. Those Liberators, that nuke, I think there's a bit of trauma here. There's like just waiting for another nuke to land on the base. This Liberator, by the way, look at that, dishing out the hurt. Doing a solid 8 damage a volley there. Command Center's like, oh no, that's gonna burn me down in no time. Turns and starts to run away. The tank's able to move forward. Oh, Kaleidos' tank actually gonna get off multiple shots here? No, only 1 shot? That really looks like it's in range, but apparently not. This Liberator's gonna fly in. Okay, oh, this is a 1-2-3 punch. Tank siege up at the front, Liberator sieges the main. This time the Marines are gonna react a little bit quicker. But look at that, a Liberator in the back door. These Marines just walk onto the siege tank, no fucks given. The Marines are coming down though. Kaleidos, if Kaleidos jumps on the tanks, that's all good, but oh my god, the economy's just getting savaged. Kaleidos' Marines are just standing in tank range, taking shots. Oh my god. Oh my, Kaleidos does have two orbitals still. Oh, if this third one was an orbital, it could have dropped like 20 mils by now as well. Oh man. Man, Kaleidos is now trying to go Banshees and Vikings. Ah, you just need more Marines, Kaleidos. If Kaleidos only knew the power of the Marine and the upgrades is just to have a lot of Marines and to have some semblance of map control. Oh, Ludwig here, able to move across the map, siege up, kill shit. Rinse, repeat, go in with a Liberator, rinse, repeat. At any moment, we've got almost no defense at home for Ludwig. Nothing going on, and nothing that could compete with this Marine count. But Kaleidos has just been savagely hammered time and again. Is trying to take this weird hidden expansion down the corner, but the command center's got an identity crisis. He's like, I don't want to get the wet snow slush on my feet. And the commander's like, fucking land! Finally, does find a little dry spot. And starts to turn into another orbital. Mule's starting to drop. There's still a chance here, simply because we've got 3 base versus only 2. And look at that. 11 minutes in, there's still not many workers on that natural here. Oh no! Oh my god. I mean, okay, so it looks like one of these SCVs, that's like Kim Kardashian SCV, and all the other ones are like, oh my god, let's just follow her around and fucking, they're all just, it's like a posse of SCVs just hanging out. He's realized! Ludwig realizes he's got way too many workers in that main, finally. Does end up sanctioning those SCVs. Like, you guys need to actually do some fucking work, mate. And does deal with that. We've got a nuke on the way. Once again, that's the second nuke we're going to see here. I love that this medevac's just sitting there the whole time as well. There's always something I kind of forget when I'm playing, is that, like, there is different levels of play. I've played this game more or less non-stop for 9 years now. So for me, the idea of a red spot sitting on your minimap next to your base for the entire, like, 5-minute period without me doing anything, it's like my OCD just kicks off. My brain is like, I'm like, how can you just let something sit on the minimap? That medevac actually finally realized, and Ludwig pulls it away. But it was just sitting above the refinery for this long, and I'm like, for me, it's like I see a red dot on the minimap, and I'm like, I have to kill it. I have to send my army to kill that. It's so deeply ingrained in me. But not everyone's played this game every day for 9 years. Not everyone has. Looks like Kaleidos did not quite have the same instincts there. It's quite common until you get to kind of the top of Gold League, actually, for like a scouting overlord to just sit at the front of the opponent's base and not get killed for several minutes, even though it's well in vision of all the units, including Stalkers, Marines, Queens, anything like that. It's very common for players to not really clear units from outside their own base, unless it's actually attacking stuff. We've got ghosts there, 4 ghosts, a pack of Marines, couple of tanks. This army is finally actually looking kind of decent. No actual attack or armor upgrades, but stim and shields plus siege tanks should be enough. I mean, Kaleidos here is only up a couple Marines now, has been spending all the money on kind of fancy units. They're spread in this completely camped up defensive pattern. There is 0 map control for Kaleidos. And look at that. Uh-oh, a couple of sand people running into the mineral line and getting ready to do some nice nukies. We see a random ass scan here from Kaleidos, and oh no. The tanks are sieging. Ludwig's setting up a brutal position. No, Kaleidos, run! It's just right-clicked on a siege tank. Oh my god, look at this. This is, oh god, guys, go over the top. World War I style. Some amazing orders from Kaleidos, and oh no. There was, of course, once again a 1-2 punch. A nuke there, and 2 ghosts ran into the natural, and they were about to start blasting SCVs there as well. Oh my god. It's so funny to me, because we just saw a game where, like, Mass Marine is so powerful in TVT, because you're just such a stronger, more mobile army. As long as you actually just go out and engage your opponent's units before they siege, you are like 10 times more efficient. Or if you at least get your army together and engage, immediately before they can pick off your stuff or hit you with multi-pronged harassment, it's at best, at worst, an even fight. But we saw multiple times in that game, Kaleidos was like massing Marines, but just sitting in that corner of the map, and the tanks were like, oh, we can just move up and like siege in range of your army and get a volley off before you even know what's happening. And Kaleidos' units would be like spread, so would stim in with like 1/4 of the Marines, they'd all die, then the other quarter would run in, and then the other quarter. It's like, no! I'm a big fan of mass marine TVT. I think it's one of the funnest ways. I think so many people struggle with like tanks and libs and Vikings. Mass marine actually simplifies the matchup a lot to, you know, just look for big open engagements wherever possible, work on your map control. But but yeah, I mean, it all comes back to that one moment, right? Let's go. But I really want to replay that nuke. That nuke was lovely. Because it was just, I just love the distraction. So it was like, yeah, it was here. So we saw the Hellions come in, completely forgot about the third prong. So it was meant to be a 1-2-3 punch, ended up being a 1-2 punch. But you can see also Ludwig kept, I think, not F2ing, but like accidentally selecting the ghost with like a gigantic box and moving it around. And finally, yeah, she runs in. So that's the number 1 punch comes in. Number 2 punch a little bit further behind it, but let's go to Kaleidos's camera.
Launch detected.
Nuclear launch detected. Absolutely no realization whatsoever. This is Kaleidos's camera. Kaleidos builds SCVs, sends an SCV to build a third command center because of excess minerals. Oh my god, how quick. Oh no. There's always just something about that, isn't there? When you watch the player's camera scroll over and be like, I feel like you can see the confusion on their face through the replay, you know? Just, oh man. And that ghost there, you know, she's on 0 kills, 21 kills, just like that. Beautiful. Nice. GG's. Woo! Oh man. Hellions in the front door, nukes in the back, liberators in the back door. Tanks sieging you all game long. Hot diddly damn. Thank you very much, Ludwig and Kaleidos, for that beautiful game.